tell you that opposition leaders and parties in Nigeria are sharply criticizing President Bola Tinubu's Democracy Day address, accusing his administration of undermining the country's democratic foundations and failing to deliver good governance. Former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, Labour Party's Peter Obi, the People's Democratic Party, and the Labour Party itself have all issued strong reactions following the president's remarks at the joint session of the National Assembly in Abuja on Thursday. Atiku accused the president of ruling through what he described as conquest rather than democratic governance. Peter Obi echoed similar concerns, saying democracy in Nigeria has been in decline since President Tinubu assumed office 2 years ago. The PDP, in its statement, alleged that the ruling All Progressives Congress is fueling internal divisions within opposition parties to weaken democratic competition. Meanwhile, at the new Nigeria Youth Summit 2025, Labour Party acting national chairman Senator Nnamdi Usman called for what she described as a more authentic and people-centered democratic process in the country. To react to this, we are joined by a former National Publicity Secretary of the People's Democratic Party, Diran Odeyemi. You're welcome, sir. Can you please unmute your device?
I can hear you.
Okay.
I was the former Deputy National Publicity Secretary, not the Publicity Secretary.
Okay, that is noted, sir. Thank you so much for joining us on the news. We also have Labour Party Chairman in Oyo State, Tunji Sadiq. Thank you so much, Mr. Sadiq, for coming around. Can you please unmute? Kindly unmute your device, Mr. Sadiq. Okay, yes, we can hear you now. So I'll start with Mr. Odeyemi. How would you react to the statement of the president seemingly mocking opposition parties enduring internal crisis?
Unfortunate that the president chose the day to mock the opposition. Underrated or is not an understatement to say they have a specific role to play in any democratic setting. And the statement made by the president that, that state or a government is still
Mr. Odeyemi, we seem to be having issues with your network. Apologies for that. Maybe something we may need to work with. Maybe you can re-log in so that we can hear you properly and see you too. But then in the meantime, I talked to Mr. Sadiq. Let me also get your feel as regards the president's democracy speech and, of course, the talks around parties, opposition parties going through internal crisis.
Well, thank you so much. For me, I don't think there is anything special about what the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu said concerning the opposition. He is right to say it shouldn't be in his purview to help the opposition to gather together or get their ass together. It's like politics is like a war, and it beholds the people on one side to ensure that the force is well planned, their people are together. It's not for the opposing person to help them arrange their houses. So he has not said anything wrong. He's just talking what politics is all about. I can tell you, he has paid his bill for what he knows doing best, which is politics. All of us are here in this country when he started all alone as the only opposition governor in 2003, and he was deliberate about his plan. He started moving, gathering people together to ensure that there is a viable and vibrant opposition that eventually became the ruling party today. For us, at the opposing side, it is left for us to put our house together. He's not going to do it for us. The only challenges, since yesterday was the day marking Democracy Day, I want to think it was a mismatch of timing to be deriding the opposition party the way it was done. But aside from that, the president has spoken nothing but the truth. He will not come and help us in Labour Party to put our house in order. We are the ones to do what we need to ensure that we are well placed in competing for our position in the next election.
Okay, so, Mr. Adinrodeyemi, I want to believe that you're there now. Okay, we can see you now. Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay, so go ahead. We'd like to take your summation as regards the president's speech. I mean, one would think that the number one man having to deliver a democracy speech would not toe the line of saying that he's in the place of pleasure, seeing that opposition parties are in disarray.
I don't think it's a good comment coming from the president. It's not complementary to democracy, simply because the role of opposition in any democratic setting is very vital and key to good governance. I agree there are some elements of truth in what the president said, but I would have loved it if he had allowed the party chairman or the party organ, to say this, not coming from the president, who is the father of the nation, taking a time at the political party. I don't succumb to that. And I want to believe that that very statement of expressing happiness that the crisis is not the political party is an indication that in one way or the other, as a politician, he has hands in all the crisis, has been accused by all these political parties. Even though in Labour Party, he can be the creator of their crisis. But in PDP, what he did is just to assist in putting fuel into the already created crisis by the party themselves.
But then one would say that there are no evidences to prove that either him or his party actually have a hand or are mastermind in the divisions that we've seen in the opposition party.
We are politicians. The more you do, the less you see. Politics is about it's not mathematics, where 2 and 2 plus 2 equals 4. We know the hand is that of Esau and the voice is that of Jacob. So we know what operates, we know what goes on. If you go through, let me give you an example. In PDP, the PDP went to court over the issues of the dictatorship, right? At the end of the day, the court did not declare an outright decision or judgment. What they did is just to place a defender, thereby creating more crisis. And you want to believe that though the judiciary is a special arm of defense, but at the same time, you cannot exonerate the link between all the organs, especially with Tinubu, the master of the day at the end of clear. You see, during the time, we know how many riots and how many protests that were out there.
Okay, I talked to Mr. Sadiq now. Now, I mean, really, the turbulence in the opposition parties is none of the president's business, so to speak. It's part of the things that you said. But then how did these parties also allow so-called saboteurs infiltrate their ranks? You're part of the Labour Party.
Sorry, I didn't get that. Please come again.
So I said, just as you had said earlier, that the turbulence in the opposition parties has nothing to do with the president. But then I'm asking, how did the Labour Party, the PDP, other opposition parties even allowed so-called saboteurs to infiltrate their ranks?
Exactly. That's my words. When you are in the game like this, it's like a football match. As you are attacking, you are also defending. It's left for the party to ensure that your attack is strong and you are not letting your defense to be so weak for someone to penetrate. So if someone, like the opposition player now, would like to score, definitely will play all the tactics to ensure that your defense is weakened. So if the other party, the ruling party, is doing that to the opposition party, it's within their core. It's left for us, especially in Labour Party, to ensure that we have a formidable system strategy to preclude incursion into our system, while also we find a way to ensure that we are marching forward to attack the ruling party. So, as much as we say this, we can't completely rule out that the ruling party has a hand, one way or the other, in what is going on. Like Mr. Derodemi said, politics is not mathematics, where 2 + 2 is equal to 4. But whatever happened, whether the ruling party has an interest in the opposition or not, it is the responsibility of the opposition to guard their position very, very well and ensure that that incursion or such incursion does not impact on the activity of the opposition party.
So that would have meant that the factionalism of the Labour Party could have been avoided.
I agree totally with you. More of it is self-inflicted, if I must tell you, because if people are saying APC have a hand in it, we can't rule it out completely. But is it APC that told us that we should not agree to have a common front? Why are we having the leadership of the party on one side and people that contested under the platform of the party on the other side? Nobody told them to go and do that. It's an internal mechanism that we have to sit back and call out.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Atunji Sadiq, and of course, Derodemi, for sharing their thoughts on the news with us. Thank you.